Hi, I'm Jim Newt from the Mayhew program, and we want to thank New Hampshire Gives, the New Hampshire Center for Nonprofits. We are grateful to be a 2020 Nonprofit Impact Award winner. Since 1969, Mayhew's been focused on challenging and helping some at-risk New Hampshire boys to believe in themselves, work well with others, and find their best. We do that through a really intensive year-round program for them, not just for 1 year, but 8 full years, and it's tuition free by virtue of the support that we receive from folks like yourselves. At this point, I want to turn it over to a teammate of mine, Brandon Pierre, who I've had the privilege of knowing since 2004.
Thanks, Jim. Hi there. My name is Brennan Pierre, and I'm the community outreach worker for the Manchester region as a part of the Mayhew program. I'm also a 2010 alumnus of the program. Today, I want to share with you a story of just one New Hampshire boy that Mayhew has had the privilege to serve over the years, and his name is Zach. Zach began Mayhew in 2018, and he was a really standout camper as a part of our 25-day residential summer camp experience. In his first year, he was a part of a cabin group, a group of guys that are grouped together for that experience called Aftershock. And they came up with a cheer. It was Aftershock Can't Be Stopped. And that was certainly true for Zach. He attacked every challenge with just 100% of his effort, always trying his hardest, trying everything, and just trying to be a good role model for the members of his group. So it was no shock when he came back for a second year and he was a part of the Wyverns cabin group that he really took off as a second-year leader, setting the example not only for the members of that group as well, but the community as a whole. That leadership continued into the school year when I was working with Zach, and Zach was selected among a small group of guys to participate in our Link Up Preview trip, a 2-night, 3-day adventure-based program. Most recently, now entering into his third year of Mayhew, Zach is going to have the opportunity to participate in what we call Link Up. It's a 4.5-day adventure-based summer program, which includes the sports of canoeing, backpacking, biking, with a combination of nature and wilderness skills training. Zach continues to be that same guy who's attacking challenges, the complex challenges of middle school as a student athlete, and his home life too, as an older brother. Next, I'd like to turn it over to another one of the Mayhew staff members, Grace Rich.
Hi, everyone. My name is Grayson Ritchie, and I am the Assistant Program Director here at the Mayhew program. What I want to share with you today is touching a little bit on what Jim had said earlier. We are a very unique program in that we stick with these guys for a very long time. We stick with them for 8 years. So recently I got a phone call, and I got a phone call from an alumnus of the program who we'll call Daryl. Daryl was calling to share with me that he had just gotten back from his first semester at a small community college out in Maine. And he wanted to talk with me about the things that he was learning, the experience he was having. And it was really interesting to hear that phone call, because for me, it's always tough to hear his voice and not sort of associate it with the 10-year-old full of life, full of energy young man that came out to Mayhew Island when he was 10 years old and just really enjoy camp, but also have a lot of trouble meeting some of the basic expectations. I got to work with Daryl for a very long time, and Daryl has been part of the Mayhew program for about 9 years now, 8 years in the program and 1 year as an alumnus. His relationship with Mayhew has spawned a lot of different time periods in his life, from when he was younger and struggling to meet expectations but still enjoying all the fun activities and experiences that Mayhew was offering him, to him getting older and starting to make a transition in life and dealing with bigger struggles. Things like being removed from his home, things like really struggling to stay involved with school and eventually not being in school or being enrolled in school. It also was there for him when he decided to make different choices. Choices like getting back into school and achieving his high school equivalency. Things like deciding what he wanted to do with his future. And in his words, really accomplish something with his life. It was there for him to help him when he decided that he wanted to apply for scholarships, sign up for loans, and eventually apply for schools and go to college. Mayhew's been there with him for a very long time, and it's been there with him when times were tough, and it's been there with him to encourage him when he's made the right decisions. None of this would have been possible without the support that Mayhew receives every day from folks like yourself, folks who are interested in contributing to organizations that try to help those who need it. So I'd like to say thank you, and I'd like to shoot it back over to Jim.
And Grace and I echo that. Thank you, Brandon, and thank you, New Hampshire Gives, New Hampshire Center for Nonprofits, and thank all of you for considering Mayhew. It's really important on behalf of the boys. Thank you.